Good evening. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jemima Beekers. I'm your host this evening. Let's have a look at today's headlines. Welcome back. Today we are interviewing Gertjie Witbooi, who is the Keetmanshoop Rural Constituency Councillor for the Landless People's Movement. He's also the party's representative in the National Council. He will be speaking to us about a number of issues, including why they are battling for their position in the National Council. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Witbooi. Please tell us, who is Gertjie Witbooi?
Gertjie Witbooi was born 1978 in Arwap. Born and bred there, and I'm still in Arwap. Go to school in Keetmanshoop, at first in primary at Ousted Junior Secondary School. From there I finished my grade 12. Firstly go to Karasburg, from there finish my grade 12 at Suiderlig High. From there I had started in 2004. I started as a full activism in politics. That's where my love for my people had come from 2004. I was also the youngest local authority councillor in Arwap.
Now, speaking about your love for the people, you've also been a staunch community activist and especially an advocate for small-scale farmers in the area of Arwap. Please tell us about the plight of the small-scale farmers, what you have done to address their plight.
The plight of the small-scale farmers in and around Arwap, and especially in Karas, is still the same after the fight which we won in 2019 on the 4th of November, which we won a court case against the Ministry of Lands, which was portfolioed by Honorable Utoni Nayoma. And I can tell the nation today, today, we still have not received our money from the court. But what we can say about this fight for land is that we have been resettled on the 20th of September in 2020 on Farm Avaras as a cooperative. Also, we had spared the advantage of other small-scale farmers, and also the resettlement of cooperatives, whereby a cooperative of Beersheba vicinity was resettled 7 kilometers outside Keetmanshoop. Also, the Kois small-scale farmers cooperative was resettled on another farm just 10 kilometers from us. So our action and our voice for standing up against a corrupt and nepotism system, which are still not reviewed and which still are not changed, had worked, and action was taken. And today I can really congratulate and say thank you to the small-scale farmers, but especially to Honorable Lucia Besson, the former governor of the Karas region. I want to say to her, thank you very much. She had stand by us from Fikenden, although in the beginning she won't understand, had not understand us but she had pushed it through for the first time in the history that free cooperatives of Karas has been resettled.
Now, now you are a councillor. In other words, you are now in a position where you can address the issues that the community face. So what are your plans as a councillor to address these issues? Have you started with anything?
We had not had the chance to start it because on the appropriation bill, I should and had the opportunity to challenge the Ministry of Lands portfolio in the appropriation bill. But because of the tactics of SWAPO, which led us out of the National Council, I can't bring up. But I thank the other councillors who stood up for us and who replaced us by our absence in the National Council and stand up. But for sure, I can assure you that the Karas Regional Council and the Ministry of Lands, we will revive this whole resettlement program, especially in Karas and Hardap. Because what we are standing up against is that other people who are resettled in Karas and Hardap, whilst they know that the word resettled means to take someone back from where he belongs. And the only farms who come out as resettlement farms are the farms in Karas and Hardap. So I will definitely stand up because the issue of land had brought me what I am today.
Now, you are still embroiled in a fight to get back into the National Council. Can you talk to us about that fight?
Definitely, I cannot talk much about it, but action definitely will start as from tomorrow on the issue. Today we were in the National Council, but we were not forcefully, but lawfully. We will take. We are asked to go out, and we are law-abiding citizens. And I want to also say that these people had much respect for us, but the problem what they face with us is that they are afraid of us because they know what LBM are standing for and what the councillors are standing for. We are just there for the truth, and this issue of the National Council and the management of Karas, it's a political fight. And SWAPO must know and accept their defeat in Karas. And they must know that they do not have any power anymore. We are there, but now they are busy with a slowing of implementation of the manifesto of the LBM party. Because now they want to withdraw us and they didn't have the power. We are elected by the people and we will stand up for the people. And we know by next week, we can assure you that action will be taken. And we will be back by the next session of the National Council. Me and Honorable Angeline Beggars, we will be back. And it will be the full 6 LBM councillors. And things won't be normal as usual.
So tell me, when you go back now, what are you as councillors planning to do to improve the lives of the people of the region where you are elected while this issue is sorted out?
The first thing, we are normal regional councillors.
Yes.
So we come from the people on the ground. So for me, there's for Kroonlyn, I will push for the interlocks, road infrastructure. And for Klein Karas, for surely we are busy in the stage of the rural electrification program. And for Arwap, I will help the local authority council with that the upgrading of the Arwap Sports Stadium, which was already approved by the management of the Karas region. In Kois, for these 2 months, June and July, whilst I'm at my people, I will push through with the advanced the stage of building 200 houses in Kois, which I already in the advanced stage. I can't mention the name of the Triple P, which are on board. We are just busy with the written agreements between the Triple Ps, the Karas region, and the Kois Village Council. Also, we are involved in the recruitment of our people at the Chess, Gibeon crossing, Bitumen road, whereby we will surely push that Karas and Harda people will be employed, because the biggest challenge now currently, apart from COVID, is unemployment. And this is the project. The project belongs to Karas and Harda. And really, I must straightforwardly say that our people will be given first preference at this project at Notre Dame. I had already employed 140 people, and their contracts will end now in this end of month. But I will go back by the first week in June. I will go back to Notre Dame to extend the contracts, because this is the same people who work at Notre Dame year out and year in. And also a warning, stern warning to Aldara. I'm on my way to Aldara, because they mistreat our people, but they victimize the administrative staff and the shop stewards. For sure, I will take the union, I will take the media, and I will take the shop stewards, and we will go down to Aldara. Because Aldara is a foreign-owned company, and they come and make what they want in Namibia, and not in my term as a regional council. Because I was not elected by foreigners, I was elected by Namibians and people from the Karas region.
Now, you've also, before you became a councillor, you've spoken out very strongly about what is happening at the Neckartal Dam. So what are you doing as a councillor? What are you planning to do to address the issue of employment, and now with the small-scale farmers having to benefit from it?
Also the issue of Neckartal, they start busy to politicize it. Because if you had listened to the words of the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, which you already had planned money to be invested from the government side into Neckartal. Now, that plan you plan and put it whilst there was a Swabo-led regional council. Now, whilst you have lost the elections in November, after that, you come and change and say you don't have money. No, we are there for the people. We as the regional council, LBM-led regional council of Karas, we had to go out, not wait for this Swabo-led government who will politicize and who will do slacking tactics with us. We had to go out and make this Neckartal Dam a priority. We had to stay on the plans that was before there for that 5,000 hectares of agricultural land to be given out to the small-scale farmers. And we had to empower our people. The plan is still there. What the minister said is a political statement, what he said, and what we had to do for our people is bring in action. And the action is to give employment, but give the plots to the people of the region to empower them in agricultural sector.
So do you have a plan to do that, to
Yes.
allocate the plots? And what plan is that, and when will this plan be rolled out?
We are going now back from the National Council to the Regional Council, normal as councillors. From there, the management will sit and come up with a plan. But for sure, there are plans in action.
So what other plans do you have as a regional council to uplift the people of the region? What are you going to do beyond land? There are so many other issues. What are you going to do to address these other issues outside land?
For me, in my constituency, I already had started with the process of the Bitumen road.
Yes, yes.
From Klein Manasa border post via Arwa to Keetmanshoop. We was having a successful meeting with Mr. Lutombe of the CEO of Roads Authority. And at that meeting, he had for sure us that they will start with the designing of the Klein Manasa M27 road to Keetmanshoop. So that is also a positive challenge. Then we have that we have a state-of-the-art mall. The second mall will be built in Keetmanshoop from the site, also from private entities, but the Karas Regional Council will also be there to assist, because now we have to bring in the plans. What we have outside, we have to bring it in action. But what will hamper us, we had to move and work with the triple Ps and the private sector. And I want to challenge everyone to come on board. This region of Karas region belongs to all of us. Because now, also I had in last month, in my personal capacity, I used my own money. I had given to 16 trailer waiting prisoners in Arwak. I had given out toiletries. I had given out to 39 in Kois. And I'm still in action, doing the best for my people, without any money coming from the government. And last weekend we was having a successful soccer tournament. The reason for the soccer tournament was to raise funds from my office, the constituency office, in order for us to buy mattresses, blankets, and duvets for the pensioners and the vulnerable people. And we can assure you that we had raised over 7,000 rand last weekend for this initiative. And in next week, when I'm in office, I will start writing letters again, because this is an ongoing process. And we had a farm in the constituency office, ver genoeg, whereby we will have to shoot and sell of that for the hunting season, in order to also to get the money and put it into social programs. Because we had to accept the government is bankrupt and the government do not have money. Because I don't know how can you have such an appropriation bill. Where do the money come from?
Now, lastly, this is a capital project and it is managed by the Health Ministry, but it is in your region, it is in your constituency. The TB hospital that is now a white elephant. Are you planning to reach out to government to make sure that that this issue is addressed?
A letter was written on the 22nd of March from my office to the Director of Health in connection with certain issues pertaining the Keetmanshoop State Hospital. And I will follow it up next week. I will follow it up. It's the opening of the southern gate of the Keetmanshoop Hospital. And as you say, I also had to look up for that TB. Because by the census, by health census of survey, Karas is in the high ranking of TB. And this can't be entertained, that the TB hospital can stand as a white elephant. Somebody had to answer on this issue.
Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Witbooi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us once again.
Keep me